Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we create new content as often as Spirit allows and where I share my personal transformations with you. Today, I'm back to do another video. I've just been asked while I was on my dream state to make sure that I continue recording or journaling my life at this moment because I was told that it's about to get real and the content that I am creating would be very valuable because I am indeed creating and manifesting my own reality, and it's about to show the favor is about to show. Like, so I am just going to continue to be obedient. I am going to continue recording these messages, and they are going to be just for myself, just for my journal, just for my documentation. That's what all of these videos are really about. They are really personal and they are for me. It's just the way that I kind of express myself in the things that I go through. It's about my spiritual transformations and my spiritual awakening. And on last night, well, no, it was not last night. It was actually today while I was just laying here resting. And I guess maybe I have started to astro travel. And I don't know what other way to call it. It's just because of how I experienced it in the dream. But in the dream, I had met myself. I couldn't see myself, but I knew that it was me that I was talking to. And I just told myself, I was asking myself, where had I been? And the other self told me that I had just waken up from asleep. And I said the awakening had just stopped. And the other me said, at least you think so. So what I had gathered from that was like the awakening never stops. This is just the beginning for you. And um new realms of secrets are about to be revealed to me. And I was just asked to pre-record this for proof that that angels and spirit guides and all of those things, they really do exist. And the things that you hear in your mind, those whispers, those words, those nudges, those are really your angels and your Tinkerbells and your fairies and your, you know, those are all gods that's here with you on this earth speaking to you. So they just want me to let you know not to ignore them, especially in this hour, because they have been awakened. They have also been awakened. Like, by us maintaining our frequency, by us remaining in a vibration of love, we were able to give life back to our ancestors. See, and that's why you must learn that energy is never destroyed, but it is only transferred. And those ancestors, they were asleep for a really long time, but they never really died. They are back and they were here. They are here now with us to make available the life that was due to us. I'm hearing that justice is about to be served. Justice is about to be served, and you're about to get more than what it is that you asked for. And, this is a time where you should be excited. This is a time that you must know who you are. This is a time that you're not going to even have to really believe or know anything, because it's about to be just shown to you, the favor that God has for you. You're about to be, just rewarded for all of your troubles, for just staying faithful to God, for maintaining that relationship with the Heavenly Father when it got too rough, for just not giving up, for holding on to Jesus until the end. This is the end. This is, all of those things that I promise y'all, oh my God, it is just revealing to me. God's just revealing so much to me right now as I speak to you. Like, there's this guy that I see sometimes at this store that I go to, and he doesn't even know how I sometimes, not all the time, because I know a person doesn't always feel like conversation. If you're spiritually, then you really don't always feel like conversating with everybody, and that's just the vibe that we have as being awakened. That's just a spiritual gift that you know when to give and you know when to receive, or vice versa, or if not at all in conversation, you would just know when a person feels like being bothered or when they don't feel like being bothered, and you respect that. But sometimes I go into the store and he shares a little bit of his journey and the things that he read, and they really kind of help me because I'm so into that kind of thing. It kind of helps me to, by pulling astrology, mixing astrology with the Bible and spirituality and all of that, it helps me to maneuver in the 3D realm. It really does, because as above so below, the teachings of Jesus, the teachings of Buddha, all of our great leaders. I won't exclude Buddha out of this, because Buddha understood the importance of keeping the frequency, operating out of love, and being like that tree planted and not easily rooted, like Jesus talked about. It has nothing to do with what religion you are. We have to get out of religion, and that's why I say unlearn and relearn on some things that we've been taught, because it's, if we want to, grow as a society of people, we've been stuck for a really long time. We've been stuck for a really long time, but we did not give up on our faith. We've been stuck as people for a really long time, but you didn't give up on your faith because you knew something was twisted and evil and corrupt about the world that you live in. You knew that something wasn't right. You kept on getting up and you kept on going to work, and day after day after day, and feeling like a slave, putting in so much but not getting anything out of it. Well, the return the sender. It's the return the sender energy. Yeah, that was witchcraft that was put on God's people. But now it's the return to sender energy. The first is about to be last, and the last is about to be first, because you maintain that vibration in God of love and your faith. You just, you hung in there and you stuck it out. And I promise you, it's your time to receive. I don't care what it's looking like. The only thing you're asked to do is to maintain that vibrational frequency, to know that you're going to be provided for. Because those people that, those Disneyland type of people, it's about to crumble for them, because, they knew exactly what they were doing. All those subliminal messages in these movies that we watch, they were casting spells on us then, by even just tuning into so much TV and going to the theaters and watching these movies and repeating what we watched, and so on and so forth. I mean, there's a big eye opener to into everything that's going on this 3D planet. It's a cult designed to distract you, to keep you from rising up in who you are, to keep your vibration stuck. Because by keeping your vibration stuck at a low frequency, we won't rise up like Christ did, like Christ consciousness. You won't rise up like Jesus did. because you'll be forever bound to the problems. Why do you think that there's so many courthouses in this world? Cops giving out tickets. People feeling like they don't have enough money and they have to steal. It's all a cult. It was designed to keep you stuck. But you knew that God would provide and you stuck it out with God. And you are now in the midst of raising your vibration because you know that that lifestyle was a lie and you're no longer bowing down to it. You're no longer bowing down to the way society says that you should live your life. You create more now with God. You believe more with God. You're writing more. I know sometimes a lot of these videos, they do sound repetitive, but I can assure you that some things were said in this video that was not said in other videos. But once again, this is just a journal for myself. This is just going to be proof to myself. And God's going to raise me up in front of these audiences that I have. And I'll be told to speak about it. And I will be told to share about the glory of God. And I will walk on stage. And I will testify about the glory and the grace of God. About how real God is. About how nobody did nothing but God. Just on period. This is just how real this awakening is getting for me. Because God is showing himself to be more and more real in my life. And the more and more real God shows me whom he is, I just want to continue to lean not to my own understanding. And I want to continue this walk in this journey, which I know the awakening will never stop. There was so much to unlearn and relearn. And I'm just like being filtered out at this moment. It's like something that's been unplugged from me. Ever since the accident that I was in, it's like I'm being reborn. I know this stuff kind of sounds like y'all probably think that I be making stuff up, but no. Like I've been through so much, I've gone through so much. I wouldn't think that a life like mine, the things that I've gone through, I would think it would have been took me out. But God is so amazing to me. God is so amazing to me. You gotta know how to exist here in this 3D matrix. Don't stay stuck there. Don't stay stuck in the 3D. Give it over to God. Whatever you go through. Because I can't say that when the awakening happens, I can't promise you that the problems will stop. But what I can assure you of is there will be so much favor upon your life that as quick as a problem arises, there will be a solution right there waiting for you. That's just how much favor is on your life in this hour. Because God is concerned about you being happy at this moment. God is concerned about his people getting justice in this moment. God is here to take back the throne for his real kings and his real kings. Not those Jeeper Creepers that's in Hollywood. Those narcissists. And even I won't even say that when you reach a certain vibrational level, you begin to love with the love of Jesus. You a narcissist won't even be a narcissist anymore because you're no longer an empath. And that's just something that was just emptied out of me. That's why I said in these videos that sometimes some of the things that I could go back and listen to, they may not resonate with me now because the awakening never stops. And the way that I saw a situation then is not the way that I'm seeing some of my current situations. I've learned to just take those situations for what they are. And I've learned that I cannot control anything. I can create. Yes, that's the difference. That is the difference. I can create my reality, but I can't control anything. I can create my reality by the things that I give attention to, but I cannot control anyone else's behavior. So therefore, I don't see a narcissist as a narcissist. I don't see um, an empath as an empath. I see above all of that. And I truly more and more get the understanding of, those teachings about Jesus. I really can relate to it more now. It's just about now just seeing people with the love of God, seeing them and loving them in their rawest form, because you realize that at one point in your life that you were them. At one point you were that person that gossiped. At one point you were that person that lied. At one point you were never too perfect that you didn't do anything. But now that you are more aware and you know how to keep your vibrational level up, because it's just really about love. Everybody can embody love. So that's just the real gift that you have. And once you embody the spirit of love, love is the greatest gift of all. And we all don't embody love. And once you realize that everyone can embody love, it makes you want to um, be even more loving and more gentle for a soul as such that can't embody love, because you can't imagine seeing yourself with so much destruction. You don't want to embody destruction. Embodying destruction leads to a life of destruction. So you don't want to embody anything that you don't want to become. And this is something new to me that spirit is revealing while I give it to you, because I've never really even looked at it or seen it from this perspective, but it makes so much sense about how come my life was the way it was. I really did embody destruction from just the environments. And this is not to bash anybody. This is not to embarrass anybody about the home life, the way that they grew up, the way that they were raised. This is about unlearning and relearning, because those people that raised you, they did the best they could. But you embodied love to be able to make it thus far, to to allow yourself to be unfiltered and untangled from those webs, from those spider webs of destruction. You are You're being able to now see with the eyes of God. And that's another reason why there's about to be so much favor upon your life. You're so obedient. You're so caring. You're so in tune with yourself. This message was so beautiful to me. I just want to say that one more time because it's so mind-blowing to me to be able to think on a level like this. So other things that we probably don't want to embody, anger. You don't want to be angry. You don't want to embody the spirit of anger in your life. You don't want to have a life that involves you vibrating on the lower level frequency. So just try to continue to embody things of love. Call upon the spirit of love. Call upon the spirit of light. Call upon the spirit of joy. Call upon the spirit of abundance. Ask them to embody you. I call upon the spirit of love. I call upon the spirit of joy. I call upon the spirit of peace. I call upon the spirit of abundance. I call upon the spirit of protection. And I ask that you embody my energy at this time. Make me more beautiful. Make me more loving. Make me more kind. Make me more of all of the things of God. Make me to be more trustworthy. Take all of the doubt away from me. Nobody taught you to be ashamed of yourself. God didn't. You are no longer ashamed of yourself. You are beautiful just the way you are. You are accepting yourself in your ministry at this time. You are walking in your anointing. Fear is just an illusion. You will speak with authority in this hour. Everybody won't be for you, and you won't be for everybody. Don't worry about the criticism, because this is your life. This is your journal. This is your proof that you are creating the life that you want. This is your proof that everything has always worked out for you. And this is your proof that everything will continue to work out for you. This is your proof that you are going before yourself in spirit and in flesh and on all timelines, realms, and dimensions, known and unknown, in spirit and in flesh, and in the name of Jesus, declaring and decreeing that everything that the enemy stole from you is about to be returned to you 100-fold. Because it's your divine birthright to have all that you want and all that you need in this hour. And it is so, Ashe. After this prayer, I need you to take out your journals, saying goodbye to your old life, even if your mind can think back to your old life. I know some of us are vibrating way higher than normal. So it's okay if your mind can't think back. You don't want to go back to trauma. You don't want to go back to hurt. You don't want to go back to pain. You don't have to revisit that. But this part is only for the ones that need to do a little bit more cleansing, before tomorrow, 25/25. Say goodbye to things that no longer serve you and close that door completely. Do everything with love. See everything with the eye of God without judging. You are no longer an empath, so you can no longer see a narcissist as a narcissist. Empty that, clock that, let it go, and step into this new creation, this new creature that you are. Everything is about to unfold for you. Everything is about to wow the people of God. Eyes haven't seen, nor ears haven't heard all that God has in store for you. You are royal, a priesthood, a chosen nation. God preserved you for a time such as this. God preserved you for a time such as this. It's no coincidence that you are here, because look what's going on in the White House. Look what's going on with these celebrities. Look what's going on, in so much more of masks being ripped off. It's because the truth can no longer be hidden. And baby, you are the truth. See, God said your gifts would make room for you. You never knew what your gift was because of all that hoodoo voodoo Hollywood crap that was going on in your life. They didn't want you to wake up, and they didn't want you to spread the real gospel. But you are the truth. You are the way, and you are the light, because you are love. You really can see without the eyes of God. You really understand that it doesn't matter if you are a man. It doesn't matter that if you are a woman. It's about love. There's so much we think we've healed, and we think we are mightier than thou, and we think that just because we were called out of the church to speak, that we have to speak like we are in battle. We don't have to speak like we are in battle. We are not in battle. You choose to be in battle. It's not about trying to make this group of people look wrong or this group of people look right. It's about setting an example and continuing to love and vibrate on that high vibrational frequency. Because when you try to outdo religion, and when you try to outdo this person's church, and make your church look better than the next person's church by the way you teach or the way you preach, or he shouldn't have said this or she shouldn't have said that, or if God didn't tell you to say this, you shouldn't say it. How do you know what God told this person versus what God told you? Your only job should be is your only job is to not judge. This what your job is to do. Allow people to say what they want. Allow people to think what they want. Allow people to live as they please. You are only going to be a real example by showing who it is that you really are. See, they're going to see that light in you, and they're going to want to follow you as an example by the way you carry yourself. They're going to look at you, and they're going to see your light shining, and they're going to want to follow you because you embody the real love of Jesus Christ. Because you really were crucified. You really went through all of those things that Jesus Christ went through. See, Jesus knew how to hang with the sinners and not judge them. Jesus was cool people. I'm cool, people. But yeah, this is the message that I have for you today. I have to stop it right here because I'm 30 minutes in. And I hope you enjoyed this message, and I'll talk to you on my next video. Bye.